Welcome to CFC Fan TV. There's some massive news that's just broken in Spain. Zinedine Zidane has left Real Madrid. Now, this news obviously has huge ramifications on what happens at Stamford Bridge. Firstly, there's a managerial vacancy in Spain at arguably, if not definitely, the biggest club in the world. There is a managerial vacancy there. In Antonio Conte, our current manager, we have a man who will certainly be in contention to get that job. So it's going to be a huge issue on who moves to fill the vacancy left by Zinedine Zidane. Equally, and I think this is very interesting, it's going to have huge implications on what happens to some of our best players, because Thibaut Courtois has often been sought after by Madrid. He loves the city of Madrid. It's been said by some that he's definitely going to be heading back to Madrid. It's where his family live. And under Zidane, that seemed to not be such a possibility, because Zidane seemed to favour Navas. He was a big supporter of Navas. He thought that Navas was a wonderful keeper. He didn't seem to think it was a massive issue. Now that Zidane's not there, the new man that comes in could see Navas as dispensable, and therefore they could really step up their pursuit of Thibaut Courtois, which could be a bad thing. Similarly, and from a different angle though, and this is way more beneficial to us, Eden Hazard. Hazard has often said how much he admires Zinedine Zidane. I think that Hazard would try and model his game in some ways on the way that Zidane used to play the game, and you can kind of understand why a player like Hazard would feel the attraction of playing under such a manager. So Conte and Hazard's relationship is poor. We know that Hazard will probably leave if Conte stays. If Conte goes, then there is a chance that Hazard will stay. It's a merry-go-round, isn't it? Equally, with Zidane leaving Real, I think that will mean that they won't pursue Hazard so strongly, because I think that the Real Madrid hierarchy see Neymar as filling that role, perhaps more than Eden Hazard. So overall, I think that this move, this news that is broken in Madrid today, can be seen in quite a positive light for Chelsea fans. Am I right there? Do you agree with that? The fact that he isn't the manager there anymore really does mean that we have a huge opportunity to keep hold of our talisman. If we can keep hold of Eden Hazard, it sends out the right message. You know, we don't want to be a club who sells some of our best players. So the fact that Zidane has left really does have massive, massive impacts on what happens at Stamford Bridge. I think that Hazard could now stay. I think that it means that the rumours surrounding Thibaut Courtois and the possibility that he could leave could really intensify, and quite what it means for Antonio Conte, perhaps moving in the other direction, I don't know. There's just one more thing that I'd like to put to you. Now, this is perhaps going to sound like wild speculation, but we can have the conversation. So do me a favour, comment below, let me know, do you think that this one has any genuine traction? If Antonio Conte is to leave Chelsea, and everyone seems to think that is the case, I certainly think that it's going to happen at some point. If he leaves, there'll be a managerial vacancy at Stamford Bridge. Zinedine Zidane is currently out of work and available. I know some are suggesting that he's a shoo-in for the French job after the World Cup, but is there a way in which Roman Abramovich could go out of his way, perhaps break the bank, and try and woo Zinedine Zidane to London? Comment below, let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed this video, please do me a favour, click the like button just so that we can monitor it, and if you really enjoyed it, why not drop us a subscribe on your place.